Hey there everyone, I hope you're all having a great day. My name is Susan Arndt. I'm an independent consultant with Pampered Chef, and I just wanted to hop on here to do a little demo of 3-bean hot dish featuring a couple of the items that are in Pampered Chef's winter sale, which goes until the end of the month. I did do a post on that several days ago now, and the 2 items in that sale that I'm going to feature are the manual food processor and also the Rockcrok. So the Rockcrok that I have though is a 4-quart one. The one in the winter sale is a 2.5-quart. So I just wanted to point out that difference, but otherwise they're the same, they work the same. They're both heat resistant up to 752 degrees, stovetop safe, oven safe, microwave safe, boiler and grill safe, and dishwasher safe. A lot of safety there. There is also a base that you can buy to turn that into a slow cooker too, which I do want to eventually get down the road here. I think that would be a really good option to use with it. Actually, I'm not sure if the small one works on it. I assume it would, but that's something I would have to check into if somebody's interested. I will post the links to those items as well as any other items that I use in the comments. So feel free to click on those if there's anything you're interested in. It will take you right to that item on my Pampered Chef website and answer any questions you may have. If you still have more questions, let me know and I will try to get those answered for you as well. So for my 3-bean hot dish, right now it's kind of easy, just a 1-pot type supper tonight. I already had hamburger cooked up in the freezer, so I just took that out and got that thawing and in the pot. I have 2 cans of kidney, the dark red kidney beans, and 2 cans of butter beans. Those are both rinsed and drained and in the pot. I have 2 cans of original Bush's baked beans in there already too. I am going to open up 1 more can. I think it's going to fit. We'll see. I'm going to put in what will fit. So that gives you an idea how large this pot is. But again, this is the 4-quart one. The one on sale is a 2.5-quart. But to fit, so that's 4 cans of the regulars, or 4 regular sized cans of beans. 2 are in there that are this size. Hoping this one will fit. And then probably about 1.5 pounds of hamburger is in there as well. But I still need to get onion, ketchup, mustard, and I'm so anxious to try this. This is Pampered Chef's Smoky Barbecue Rub, and this is from the pantry selection on the website. Our can opener here is really nice. It has that little grippy feature. Pop that lid right off of there once you get it, loosened. That top just comes right off. And now let's see if this fits. Okay, that is going to be really full, but I think it's going to work. Let me just give it a stir here with our mix scraper. So while I'm over here, I'm just going to add some pepper. This is the Pampered Chef's salt and pepper mill grinder. It comes with a salt one and a pepper one, and a nice little caddy to keep your counter clean. You won't have any little remnants of pepper or salt that you have to wipe up from your cupboard. I'll probably just do I did about 10 turns, I think, of the pepper. And then I'm gonna cut up an onion here. So I will use our coated chef's knife. For doing onions, I like to just cut both ends off, and I'm gonna do it in the manual food processor. So I usually just fold up a paper towel and put on my cutting board while I do this step. That way I can just pick all this up and throw it away, and then I have my cutting board still clean for cutting this onion itself. But this one's being stubborn. Normally that outer one just peels right off. There we go. So that's garbage. And if anybody saw the demonstration I did with this the one time, This is basically learn as I go, like I said. So this is only the second time that I'm using this. That was the first time. I learned to cut the onion up a little smaller than I did the first time. It's gonna help it to chop it better. It still prevents you from having to do all the little dicing if you don't like to get your hands so close to the knife. This does work great if you wanted to just continue chopping the onion with the knife, but since this is featured in the winter sale, I do really want to show you how this works. So I'm just going to break them up, put them in here. All right, I'm only going to do that for now because I don't want to get too many in there either. So this just goes on just like that. Oh, my fingernails are long right now. Well, they're not my real ones, obviously, but they're a little too long for me to get. There's a lock here, and you just push it down. If you didn't have long fake fingernails on, you could just get your fingernail in there or your finger and you just push down on that lock. Probably not the best idea to do it how I did, but it worked and it got the job done. So then that just pops up. Just give this some chops here to chop up the onion. And like I said, this is my second time doing it. So the key is just to, if you could see there, I had too much in one spot. Well, then the blade, you know, to get started, it's not easy. So I just rearranged a couple of the pieces that I had in there. And now you can see how easy this is chopping it up. So I'm just going to add some more in. The lid comes off so easily. Just kind of break them up as you put them into. Should help with, whoops, should help with that. So tomorrow I'm going to do 4 different videos featuring this. Just tonight you're just seeing it for onions, but I'm going to make salsa tomorrow, and then, oops, and then I took it off, so I have to make sure that gets lined up and back on. But I'm going to make salsa tomorrow, homemade salsa in here. I'm going to make a veggie roll-up. High roller is what I used to call it. It'll be broccoli, carrots, cauliflower, and like a cream cheese mixture with the dill dip, and that'll get spread on a tortilla and layer the dip, the veggies, roll it up, cut it, or put it in the fridge, cut it, and makes a wonderful appetizer, or even just part of your meal. So that will be the second one. I'm going to do a smoothie with berries and blueberries and yogurt and blizzard. So I'm going to practice those tonight because I haven't done them yet, but plan on doing up the different videos tomorrow showing you lots of different ways you can use this. So just easy peasy. Saves your eyes too from when everything is in here contained, that smell, or it's, and the, you know, all the onioniness that rises up and gets in your eyes. I don't notice any of that when I have it all in here. A little bit obviously when I'm cutting the big pieces up, but I think the majority of that would come from cutting the smaller pieces by hand if you did it that way, which is perfectly fine to do it that way too. So I'm just going to give it a few more chops here. Now I have a whole onion in here. Technically, I'm not sure. I should have put a whole onion in at once or not, but it's working. So it's just if I have room in my pot for it, we'll see. So look at what a nice job that did. So I'm just going to take the blade out. Kind of get that so you can see it just chopped it. So I could not have chopped it that fine with my knife. So that is an awesome feature of this that I'm just realizing. So there was a point I was going to make. Oh, so this comes with the storage lid. So say you don't want to use all the onion, which I won't. I'll probably save half of it for my salsa tomorrow and put half of it in my hot dish tonight. It has a wonderful storage lid. Pop on there. So I'm going to add this in. Oops. I already used that in my beans. I don't want to get beans in my onion since I won't use the whole thing. Actually, I am going to use it all, I guess, tonight. That was a small onion. All right, so I'm just going to give that a quick stir. And I don't normally measure when I do this, but for the sake of being able to write the recipe down in case anybody wants to try it, which of course you can always alter to your own liking, but I'm gonna use 1/4 cup of mustard. And so this is the mini measure-all cup, so it's really nice because I have about 1/4 cup measured in there, and you'll see why this is nice. You can just pop it out just like that, and it comes just about clean. You might have to scrape a little bit off to get every last bit if you want to get every last bit. So, and I always use more ketchup than I do mustard, so I'm thinking, like I say, normally I just dump, but it's probably about 1/2 cup of ketchup that I would normally use. So I'm gonna dump in and I'll see. If I have to adjust it once it's all done and I taste it, I will alter my measurements when I type up the recipe in the comments. Sorry, I should have had my ketchup bottle sitting the other way on my counter. It's full too. It's the first time I've used it. Oh well, there we go. Okay, and then I'm just gonna pop that right in there. And that looks like that's really close to what I use, the amount that I use when I normally just dump it in. So I'm gonna rinse my hands real quick. This is what I'm so excited for, is to try it with this Smoky Barbecue Rub in it to give it that barbecue flavor. I haven't used this yet either. It does say 2 to 3 tablespoons per 1 pound of meat, but that seems a little excessive to me. So I'm just gonna, and I know this will be for my whole pot, so I'm gonna do probably 2 tablespoons. So, and that's gonna be for the whole hot dish. And this is really nice with adjustable measuring spoons. This is my tablespoon one. I'm just gonna kind of shake it to even it out. It's not gonna be exact, but put that in. Yeah, I think easily 1 more here I'll use. Or if I decide to do 1/2 tablespoon, you could just push this up to see what, I should do it over this so I catch anything that falls. So right here, that says 2 teaspoons. I haven't used the 1 tablespoon yet either, so bear with me. And I'm making a mess on my counter, but that's okay. So I'm just gonna leave it here at 1½ teaspoons extra that I'm adding. So I'm really excited to show you this. It looks amazing. I just took it out of the oven and I want you to see what it looks like here in the Rockcrok. I'm gonna turn my camera so you can get a little better look at this. And just so good. There's that crust on the top, which I love that crust part. So I'm not gonna stir that in too much, but I just want you to kind of see what this is like. I'm so excited to try that barbecue sauce, or not barbecue sauce, but the barbecue, Smoky Barbecue Rub in here that I put in. So I usually just put ketchup and mustard, sometimes brown sugar, but it'll be fun to see what it tastes like with that flavor in there. So that is my 3-bean hot dish, and thank you for watching. Let me know if you see anything that you have any questions on or you're interested in. So take care and have a great night.